I swear to God that you're an NPC. You're an NPC, man. I swear to God, you're an NPC, autistic NPC. Look, over-analyzing, overthinking is holding you back. It's a trend that I've seen on YouTube and in the real world as well. I mean, by extension, obviously. I think that what happens is there's a feedback loop. People watch YouTube videos about certain topics, they put it into practice in the real world, and it makes them these overthinking, overanalyzing NPCs, especially when it comes to the dating game, right? The reason I became a streamer, and I've said this many times, is because I watched so many of these gurus tell young guys all of these tips and tricks. And it made me think like, yo, you guys are you're overthinking this. You're overanalyzing this. Life is not a video game. When it comes to dating, when it comes to social media, when it comes to business success, when it comes to any project, any goal, I feel like you can go on YouTube and you can find a YouTube channel with some person telling you the steps, the tips, and it's just some generic, unnatural, over-analyzed, analytic nonsense. Whatever happened to just being yourself, right? These guys, they look for patterns in everything. Oh, if you're going to a Starbucks on a Wednesday afternoon and the sun is at its zenith and a girl walks by you and she touches her right ear while having her left foot in the air, that's a sign for you to approach. Like, no, dude, there are no patterns. You know, I hate to say it, and maybe this might get me in trouble on YouTube, but I think it comes down to being extremely autistic. All of you people are extremely autistic. You're all looking for patterns. You're all over-analyzing, overthinking every single scenario, talking to people like it's a dialogue tree from Fallout 4. Like, get a life and be normal. Just be normal. I go through life being normal. I go through life not thinking about a thing. You know, to the point where I think it annoys my girlfriend sometimes. We'll go to the supermarket and the person there will be asking me questions and I'll just be answering the most generic answers ever. I'm just being myself. I'm not over-analyzing the situation. I'm not overthinking. I'm not trying to be some special character in the real. No, I'm just being myself and I'm just answering the questions generically. And I feel like too many people go out into the real world and they try to employ this fucking dialogue tree bullshit strategy. Well, if you're trying to start a business, you need to make sure you have these 5 key factors. It's like, whatever happened to just using your intuition? Do you not have intuition? Am I the only normal human being left on the planet who thinks like an organic organism? You know, I don't overanalyze things. I just go with the flow. Whatever happened to the term going with the flow? Trusting the process. You know? Stop being an NPC. Jesus Christ. It's annoying. I don't even know where I'm going with this video because I don't have it planned out. I don't write anything. There's no script. I'm just being generic. I'm just talking. And the problem is that people want to come on. You know, yesterday I watched a video. I don't know why I clicked on this video, man. Sometimes I even fall into this overthinking thing, but I don't do it to the degree where I'm using it in the real world. It was a video about how to speak.
Mama!
A video about how to speak, which sounds ridiculous. When you really think about it, dude, speaking is a normal process that human beings engage in. The problem is that when you're overthinking, you start to mess up, right? And you start to lose confidence. More than anything, this is probably a confidence issue. This overthinking, overanalyzing, pattern-seeking behavior is probably a confidence issue. Because even I find myself doing it, watching videos about how to speak. What do you mean how to speak? You're a human being. You should be able to speak naturally. You don't need to watch a tutorial on how to fucking talk. But anyways, I watched the video. And in that video, the guy was doing exactly what I'm talking about right now. He was being too analytical. You need to talk with a pattern. Beep bop, beep bop. Most human beings want to hear speech in a pattern that consists with, like, shut the fuck up. Just talk normally. Right now when I'm talking, I'm not trying to talk in a fucking pattern. I'm talking naturally. I'm being myself. And by being yourself and being natural, you'll automatically talk in the quote unquote pattern that he's describing. Like, are you people not humans? Are you aliens? Are you from another fucking planet? Seriously. Homies out here trying to decipher a talking pattern that's most adequate for going. Like, shut up. And it's the same thing with the dating scene. Guys will be like, oh, in order to get a girl, you need to be in this frame or that frame or have this personality or be stoic or do this or do, like, shut up. Just be normal. Be normal. Be yourself. Be normal. Go with the flow. Be chill. Don't think that deeply about it. The harder you try, the more likely it is that you're going to fail. Like, and that's what I feel like people don't get. Life is like one of those Chinese finger puzzles. The harder you pull away, the harder it is to get your fingers out of it. Stop trying so hard. Relax. Breathe. Jesus. You're overthinking, you're over strategizing, you're over analyzing. You literally are suffering from analysis paralysis. You forgot how to go with the flow. You forgot how to be natural. You forgot how to be human. You've distanced yourself from reality. You lost yourself in the sauce, brother. You're lost in the sauce. Wake up. You're in the Matrix. You've got to escape, Neo. I will be your Morpheus. Jesus. Even Andrew Tate had it. Jesus. And even he was full of shit. You got to wake up. You got to be yourself. Stop pretending to be another person. Stop over analyzing everything. Stop trying to find a pattern. There is no pattern in life. It's just chaos. It's just chaotic slop. It's your job to swim through that shit. I've always told people life is like digging through a pile of shit to find chocolate ice cream. It's not going to be easy. There is no pattern to it. You're not a fucking supercomputer. You're a human being. You're an animal. Get in touch with your natural side. Get in touch with the rhythm of nature. And all of the things that you're seeking out will come, right? The guy, the guy that I was watching his video, and he was technically a good talker. When you're over analytical, when you're overthinking, you can be technically good at whatever you're trying to do. You could be a technically good artist, a technically good photographer, a technically good content creator. You could technically have success with women. But all of those things are going to be technical. You're barely making the threshold because you're trying too hard. You're being too robotic. You're not being yourself. You're not being organic. You're not going with the flow. You're not being a human. You're overanalyzing everything. You're worried about the consequences of A, B, C, D variable instead of just going with the flow. You think that if you go to Africa, if you go to Polynesia, if you go to the Amazon and you find some indigenous tribe, they're over analyzing and overthinking everything they do. No, they're just going with the flow. But, this realization only comes with a person who's really self-reflected, really thought about life, really analyzed their thought patterns to determine, oh, you know what? I'm overdoing it here. Let me chill. Let me breathe. Let me stop thinking. Let me just go with the flow, empty my fucking brain, and just be natural. If you're natural, if you just be yourself, I promise you'll resonate with more people. Even this video will probably resonate with more people because they're just looking for an organic take on this topic. They're not looking for some guy who followed a formula. Life is not a fucking formula. Everybody wants to industrialize everything. They want to industrialize movies. They want to industrialize music. They want to industrialize content creation. They want to industrialize talking to people. They want to industrialize dating. Life is not, everything doesn't have to be a fucking cookie cutter factory, industrialized system, pattern, formula. That's boring. You will never be great. You will never be amazing. You will be technically good. Is that what you want? To be technically good? To make the painting that inspires no emotion, it's just technically good? Your composition is good, You use the proper color combination. However, I feel absolutely nothing. Is that what you want? To be generic and not in a good way. Because I know I used the term generic multiple times in this video. I mean in a bad way. To be a cookie cutter, copy paste person, an NPC. Just be yourself. It will be easier. Even when it comes to content creation, you know, I was telling somebody, it's very easy for me to come on. Today I came on here. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos so far. And those videos are just me coming on and riffing. And that's easy because I'm being myself. There's no script. There's no bullshit. It's just me being myself. And I can do this all day. I could come on and make videos all day. Easy. But if you're one of these guys who's learning how to speak, you dumb mother, learning how to speak, learning how to talk, learning body language just to make a fucking video, learning psychology to make a fucking video, you're going to burn out and your videos are going to come off inauthentic. The guy I watched yesterday, his video was technically good, but overall you can feel the fakeness. You can feel the fakeness, you know? You could be a good speaker, no stuttering, no ums, no ahs, none of that bullshit. You just talked perfectly, but it just feels fake. It feels off because you're pretending to be something you're not. You're not going with the flow. You're using a formula. There is no fucking formula, dude. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Anyways, I just had to get that off my chest. This topic gets my chest tight. I'm not even gonna lie. I just get so annoyed when I see people pretending to be something they're not. It's so irritating. It's so fucking irritating. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, I'm out.